loose rumors that I've heard, like just in passing conversations with friends, I've heard mentions of like underground tunnels. The most concrete one I've heard, and I don't think this is a rumor, is that there's a fallout shelter for like a nuclear explosion somewhere on campus.
I can confirm 110% that the Clemson tunnels are, in fact, real. Gases can potentially build up, and you're not going to know until you pass out. This is an air monitoring device. It will constantly take readings of the air and confirm that we are not breathing in anything toxic. When campus demand for steam is up and we have the plants really going, it's 90 to 110, 120 inside. A human being is in a confined space like the tunnel, and there's a break. It can literally kill you. This is the main principle of the tunnel system, right? I am the strategic operations manager for university facilities. Facilities is a huge group. We've got several hundred employees. If we're not the biggest department on campus, we're probably darn close to it. We are our own municipality here. We take care of everything ourselves. If we have anything go wrong, we fix it. We're responsible for it. And that includes all the utilities that run through the tunnels. The purpose for a tunnel essentially is, think of it as a hallway to run all of your utilities. Your power, your fiber optic, chill water, your steam. You can run it through basically a hallway. And that hallway will have doors that then branch off into the buildings. Now in the sub-basement of Cooper. They do not go across all of campus. They are generally in straight sections. The inside of a tunnel is really, really boring. It's not as cool as it might seem. It has piping on both sides that are mounted to the wall. This is all of your high voltage electric. Here we have steam. This is the main feed of steam that comes in for the trunk. We have a return that takes it back to the plant, and then there's a condensate where it collects the additional moisture. So the big thing for us is getting a little bit that's being provided and then turning it into a lot. We have a dedicated power supply that comes in from Duke, and it's off of the grid for the area so that our demand doesn't dictate or it doesn't impact anyone else's outside the university. You have a main place that creates whatever that utility is, that plant, and then it basically pumps it around the entire campus in a loop. Chill water is a common way of cooling large facilities, and to do it efficiently and to do it economically, both with money and the earth. Because it's basically just a plant that pushes cold water out to the rest of the campus, and it comes through, feeds into the system, cools everything down, and the water that's already chilled everything gets returned back to the main plant. The infrastructure can easily be outgrown. Well, we need to expand our plant. We need to increase our production of chilled water, because that's what cools the buildings. Steam, very common way of heating buildings. Back when the campus was built and in this region, it's easy to produce. It was cost effective. Now, that's our most cost effective and environmental way of doing it. Previously, we were burning coal. Not very earth friendly at all.
I've been urban exploring like very casually before in abandoned buildings, and there's some not fun stuff in there, but Clemson's pretty well maintained, it's pretty safe, so I wouldn't be like quite as cautious about that stuff.
What do you mean by tunnels? I don't know Clemson very well, but I have no idea where you would find tunnels here.
The tunnels could possibly have been used for moving cargo, different types of shipments, maybe storing different types of supplies and making it easier to access that in case there was an emergency of any kind.
My theory is that the tunnels somehow connect to that shelter, or just like maintenance and service utility workers.
I'd assume it's just like so that people can get in and out of places faster, especially if you're like custodial stuff.
And the other things I know about it is that students are not supposed to go down there unless they're accompanied because you can get in a lot of trouble.
I think it's just a fun, innocent conspiracy like that is a lot of fun for people to kind of joke about and guess and theorize about, and to keep some mystique and a mythos alive.
There's this desire to see the inside of a tunnel, and I get the idea and the perception of what it could be is probably interesting. And obviously, it's always more fun when you aren't supposed to be somewhere.
Some mud here. Oh, careful with that.
But people I don't think they truly understand how unsafe it really is.